Friday pregame, this is Johnny Detroit. Let's first get to what's going on over at the pregame.com community. And the first thing is that $10 that if you spent $1 or more with us in the last calendar year, Christmas morning we put $10 in pregame cash into your account to use any way you choose. That cash expires December 31st, so you're going to make sure you want to put that to good use, whether it's the dollar pick guy on Thursday, whether it's a discounted package, a seasonal package, and don't forget the bowl packages are discounted, and that will take you all the way through the national championship game of LSU and Alabama. So you want to make sure before the clock strikes 12 that you use your free $10 and take advantage of that special offer from pregame.com. Over to the pregame forums where everyone is talking bowl action, and also there's still the bitter taste from everyone who had Washington last night. That game was kind of like having a bag of pistachios and getting the bad pistachio. The assumption was, and I was actually texting back and forth with Marco, and he says, all we need is a knee. And I said, dude, the way these defenses are so bad, you know that they're probably just going to break some run and score some garbage, meaningless touchdown that in 99.99% of every other football game would end right now because they'd be able to run a couple times up the middle and take a knee. And they scored a touchdown, and then they kick off, and the fat dude fumbles. Not talking about Marco, I'm talking about Washington. So rough beat. The people in the forums are pretty bitter about that. You want to check that out. Also, pregame.tv, I saw some people posting in the forums asking about videos, and the crew was in yesterday. Brian Leonard, Marco D'Angelo, RJ, and Steven, Mr. Excitement Nover. VR had some obligations, so he's not in the videos this week, but they have a bunch of NFL and college football action up. Now over to the weekend specials, where Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and this special goes down at midnight. So if you want to take advantage, you want to jump on this. This gets you all of his plays, big plays, everything else for Marco D'Angelo for a discounted rate. You can go to the home page. I have it there. It's also on Marco's page. You get his plays all Friday, all Saturday, all Sunday for one price, all sports, and then includes any big plays that he has. If you're a Marco fan, instead of buying it daily or buying a football and the basketball package, or his early and then his late package, it comes out to a huge savings. So you definitely want to check that out, but that comes down at midnight. And my dollar guy yesterday came through. Good fellow. We'll get to the rest of his card in a moment. With Portland over, he does know his Portland Trailblazers, and he is my Friday slash. You can get Goodfella 7 and 30-day packages, discounted today only. So if you're looking to commit to Goodfella, you definitely want to check that out. So what we're going to do now, before we get to recapping the action from yesterday, the first thing I want to do is I've getting a lot of emails from people saying that they got buried the last couple days, or I've actually lost 2 straight bowl games. And the thing is if any day could bury you, then you need better money management. I'm not saying that in a condescending way. And if you can't help yourself, or you're just betting everything you can because someone has a game of the year or a 3-star, log out of pregame and just take a breather, because obviously this is our business. This is how we support our families. This is how we have multiple people employed. We have a great community, and picks are just a small percentage of what we do. And if I have to make my money because you can't make your house payment, then I would rather not have you buy picks. So please use good money management. Do not go overboard. Even the best could have winning days, losing months, winning months. And that's just the way it goes. I mean, mathematically, someone who is a profitable handicapper heading in the mid-50% will have losing runs. And if they have a losing day and their late game is a 3-star, it doesn't mean you take everything you lost during the day and you quadruple up on that 3-star. Because if it loses, now you have to win 4 times as many bets just to break even. So please be responsible. So with that being said, let's get to the action yesterday. I lost my second straight bowl game. Notre Dame let me down in that one. That was a really rough beat for me. My other big play, Southern Illinois, got destroyed. Felt really good going into that one. It was at 5.5, 6 to the plus. It closed 4.5 to 4. The public was all over the other side. So in my mind, going into the game, especially seeing the huge line drop with all the square public/square money going on the other side and it dropping to 4.5, I really thought we were in a good spot, and it doesn't always end up that way. And just because you think you're on the sharp side doesn't mean it's sharp. And boy, was that play dull, because they got steamrolled. Denver money, who I pushed yesterday, he lost his hockey game of the week. Spartan got rolled. He has tons of red. Looks like crime scene with how much red he has from yesterday. Vegas runner, he lost both of his bowl 3 stars. Obviously bittersweet in the Notre Dame game, up 14-0. Just playing really bad at the end when they had that late drive, throwing the interception. And then anyone who watched the Washington game knows how rough that one was. Good fella is Yin and Yang. His dollar play was a big 3-star over Portland. That goes over easily. But then he also had Washington, really bittersweet once again there. Dave Essler, 5 out of 7. Greg Shaker, as I said yesterday, you can't keep a good man down, especially with a dude with a head that big. He hits his big 3-star. My man J.R. O'Donnell, he goes 3-0 in sweeps. He actually has his 3-star game of the month up today, and that's discounted. Lenny DeGenio hit his huge play he had on over in the Baylor-Washington game. That was in doubt a little bit in the second quarter. And Mike Hook, he split, but he hit his big 3 stars. Nice for you, Mike. So who am I looking at today? I'm looking at Brian Leonard. He's won 26-12 in college football. He has a big play going today. Goodfellow has a big 3-star max bet. Steven Nover has his December bowl game of the year. He's been pretty hot in the college football. Didn't have a great day yesterday. As I said, GR has his package only for $17. He has a game of the month going. And Marco split yesterday, but you have to ride the big guy as he's been red hot as of late. So moving on, I got a little feedback with some people that were disappointed that I wasn't giving any free picks in the video. So just to let you know, the People's Champ, Donnie Detroit, he does listen to you. So today's free selection comes from my man Tony George, and he has Oklahoma minus 13.5 over Iowa. I'm going to summarize his huge analysis he has. He also has a big best bet on the Pinstripe Bowl, so you want to check that out on his homepage. The 3 main bullet points that I got from his analysis from TG is, on paper, the assumption is you got to take Iowa, Oklahoma, in the running for the Heisman Trophy, in the running to play for the national championship, supposed to win the Big 12, and now they're playing Iowa on Friday, not even on New Year's Day. So on paper, you would have to assume that, but Tony's guys are telling him, he's a Big 12 guy, that they're motivated, they want to save face, and they want to go into this game huge. He also says that Iowa, they lost every big game. And they've been dominated in a lot of them, including losing to Nebraska. I believe it was 20-7. I don't have it exactly in front of me. And the one win they did have over Michigan, Michigan outgained them and had 3 crucial turnovers in a close game that easily could have went the other way. So Tony's assumption is people are thinking you're getting up someone with a lot of points that's happy to be in this bowl game. On the flip side, you have an Oklahoma team who preseason was predicted to play or win for the national championship. Now they have to play Iowa. But what Tony's saying is that is X'd out due to the fact that Oklahoma is motivated for this game. They do want to save face. They want to put a pounding to let them know and end their season outright. So from Johnny Detroit to you, the video went a little extra long today. We had a lot to cover, a lot to go over. I'm back tomorrow to recap the good, the bad, and the ugly. And as always, best of luck.